Righty. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us again for another interesting episode of the Football Fan Zone. Um, I've got the usual suspects in the house today. Let me start today's introduction by bringing in Chooks. Chooks, how are you doing? How was your week?
Bro, I'm chilling, man. I'm itching for club football. Tired.
You're tired of international footy.
Yeah, I'm tired, man. I need my joy back.
No, we're very soon. Very soon. We're already in. I think July is here already, so we're getting there. Just 1 month more of transfers and international footy to endure, and we'll be there in August. Right. Um, the Adams, let me come to you. How are you doing? How was your week? What were you up to?
Great week, man. Great week. Great week of football. A good way to start the week too. A big win for the
For the
English
three
boys.
Lions.
Yeah.
Come on, England.
The whole world waiting for us to fail, but
Yeah, the hate watch was there, but yeah, England came through. We'll get into that as the show progresses. So how you doing, man? Nice to have you back again.
Yeah, I'm good. Dang, I sound loud. Am I loud?
I think you're
I think
good.
I think it's fine.
I'm loud in my own headphones. Like I'm shouting at myself. But yeah, I'm doing good. It was a good week of ball. It's glad to have some knockout games. Games with high stakes. It's always nice to kind of see uh, how certain players respond to pressure. So bring it on. Hopefully, I think by next week's episode, we'll be in knockout stages of both tournaments. So that should be exciting.
Yes, it is. Glad to have knockout football in place. Can you guys hear me? Seems there's a sort of freeze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so yeah, so glad to have entered into the knockout phases of both major international tournaments currently ongoing. So let's start with the Euros, right? So the Euros, as we've seen a few knockout games already. So in case you don't know, Italy have been knocked out as the holders of the tournament are out. They were knocked out by Switzerland, 2-0. We also saw the host Germany see off Denmark as well, 2-0 as well. And then today we saw England, the Three Lions, overcome adversity almost at the edge of the cliff, but they were brought back by Jude Bellingham, the goats. I'm already hearing Ballon d'Or shouts for Belly goats, but we'll get into that. And then we just saw Spain overcome a very spirited Georgia side by 4-1. So there's only one place to start, of course, the Three Lions. Like I mentioned earlier, they came from a goal down to overcome Slovakia 2-1. From my assessment of the game, fair play to Slovakia. I, for one, who have watched the majority of the games this tournament, I knew Slovakia was not going to be a pushover. I saw them against Belgium. They defeated Belgium in the group stage, 1-0. They play some sort of pressing football. They're not scared. They don't really sit back that much. They always try to attack you. They're no respecter of persons. You know, great effort from them, spirited effort from them. By the end of the day, quality is always gonna come out trumps. And fair play to England. That's why you have clutch players in this big international tournament. They always they always come up trumps. The Adams, you're a Three Lions fan. Let me come to you. So let me ask you this, right? So based on the game, right? I think there's a general assessment, like everybody's in agreement that wasn't England's best performance in the knockout game. The performance was not what you expect against some sort of against a Slovakia side. But at the end of the day, England was able to overcome. From your assessment of the game, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to progress, right? To get into the next stage. But yeah, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best watch. It was very nervy. I didn't watch the first half, so I didn't see the goal that Slovakia scored. But from when I started watching the second half, it was, it was very difficult for England to break them down. And it was the same thing we've been complaining about all tournaments, like sideways passing, lack of urgency, and not creating enough clear opportunities. So it was the same thing we saw today. We saw a slow English side, the build up also really struggling. Some players also, not leaving to the billing, like Phil Foden all game just looked like out of sorts. He looked like he couldn't get anything going for him. And the left hand side again, we've talked about the left hand side for a while. We saw Trippier, Foden not really being on the left, trying to drift into the middle. So he left, that left hand side almost dead and devoid of any attack or ideas. The right hand side too, Saka and Walker, I felt like they were a bit slower today. Saka wasn't looking like his usual self at first before, they got the equalizing goal. But I was glad to see them score that goal. I thought it was over, man. I thought it was over. I thought we were going to go out to Slovakia, but to see Jude Bellingham, execute that finish like that, it was really amazing. And I know there's a lot of talk about Jude Bellingham not, doing anything the whole game. But if you've watched him throughout last season, that's what he does, right? He's not really involved in like the game. He doesn't look to, he's just there for big moments. The biggest moments, he scores goals. He creates assists, chances. So that's what he's done all season long, and that's what he's best at. And we were just saying that we've just all been complaining that Southgate has not given him the best position to be his best self. Right? This is the same thing we say about teams like Real Madrid, and when we talk about France too, like, oh, they're not playing well, they're not doing well. But I think for England's case, we've never seen them play that free-flowing football. Sometimes you see some combinations. It might not be the entirety of the game. It might just be like for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. That hardly happens in this English team. If you compare it to, I'm telling you, if England had played Georgia, the way, you would have still been the same. England would still struggle to break them down. They will still get their chances. But yeah, I feel like, we got, if you can't be good, be lucky, right? So you can say, a little bit of luck came into play here for England. And the teams they've had the side of the draw, like you said before the show, like the teams that they've played have not really tested them. There are teams that, you expect England to win anyway, even on their bad day. So it's left to be seen when they get, I think their proper test to be against Switzerland, because I think this Swiss team, they can play. Like they have, guys that will make you pay. You've seen Shaka has been one of the best midfielders so far in the tournament. So yeah, I'll be really interested in that game. Of course, I'll be tipping England to win. But yeah, it wasn't the greatest watch, but the most important thing is, like, we qualify for the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think majority of England fans don't care about the performance. They're just happy that they're in the quarterfinals of a major tournament and they're still on course in their minds to bring the cup home. So I don't know if you want to add, or let me ask you, what was your view on the England game? I don't know if you saw it. What was your view on England now that they are into the next round? What are their chances?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to spend all episode again on England this episode. I think there's been no surprises really this knockout stage. I mean, maybe besides Italy a little bit, but that's only just based on pedigree. I think they've played terrible all tournaments, so they're rightfully out. But yeah, there's been no surprises. I don't know what else can I say. I feel like I'm tired of being right all the time. I said England's gonna do this and they're gonna get to the semis or possibly the final, and all the complaining would have been for naught. And I don't understand why at some point the English fans don't just enjoy it. Like, why complain all the way until you're out anyway? Just enjoy while you're in the tournament. Like, that's tournament football is about advancing, surviving and advancing, surviving and advancing. There's no style points. At the end of the tournament, nobody's going to be like, oh, you know what? Spain didn't win, but boy, it was kind of sexy. Hey, here's a junior trophy for the best stylistic team in the tournament. Nobody cares. we only remember the team that hoists the trophy at the end of the tournament. So I don't know why we're gonna go into this same cycle of people are saying sack him even after the win. Like this is the logic of fans. Um, but yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was surprised how they got it in the end, but I'm not surprised they got through. I think it was an easy fixture. Um, Despite what Pius is saying about organization and pressing structure, listen, they were expected to go out there and beat a better team. And I think after Slovakia scored, there was only really one team in it. And it seemed like an inevitability that they would score. But of course, they ran out of time. But Jude popped up with a big moment. You know, it was a big moment for him because I thought you go out in that round, you can kiss any Ballon hopes goodbye. It's done. That would pretty much hand it, in my opinion, hand over the favorite the favorite tag to
Yeah,
either Vinny or Mbappe. So it was very important for him as much as for his country. It was important for him personally to have that moment and to stay in the tournament. It at least gives him a chance to be in the running for it. But yeah, it was a good performance in the end. And as far as their chances, I like their chances. I like their chances as good as anybody else in this tournament because I think they got favored, by the draw. They're in the much weaker side of the bracket. I believe the best team on that side of the bracket is probably by pedigree the Netherlands or by actual playing style, maybe Switzerland. I don't know, but I don't see any of those teams troubling England. So I can see them in the final, but at worst, I can see them in the semifinals. And I think having this kind of scare, this kind of game where they have to really dig deep and survive, will help them in the next game because they won't take it for granted, knowing like we were 2 minutes away from being out of this tournament, thinking about all of the realities that would have happened had they lost. You go into the next game with that kind of like fire in your belly and battery in your back. So I think they'll be much better the next game. And I'm definitely tipping them to continue to advance because it's what they do, it's what they've done in pretty much every major tournament in the last 4 or 5 tournaments. So yeah, no surprises.
yeah. I think I agree with most of the points you mentioned. There. I think England fans are, I won't really blame them, from my own opinion. Recent tournaments, they've always gotten to the latter stages of tournaments. After that 2016 debacle in that's Euro 2016 in France, where when they went out to Iceland, I think in the round of 16. I think the Adams will remember that game very well. We were together watching it. So since then, I think they've always found a way. 2018 World Cup in Russia semi-final, Euro 2020 where they hosted final, Qatar Euro 20, World Cup in 2022 they got to the quarterfinal as well. So I think most England fans are like, yeah, they always expect their team to get to that stage. For them, it's always about getting one step further now and winning it. And over these tournaments, they felt that, oh yeah, they have the better of the players. I think coming into the tournament, I saw that the English squad is the most valuable, like the most valued squad in terms of squad valuation, the most expensive in the tournament. So you're looking at that and you're like, wow, this is like the Man City of the tournament in terms of squad value. So why shouldn't we be confident on going on to win it? But so there's something you also mentioned. I think was it last week or just today that the style of play for England. I think they just have to come to terms with the fact that they might not be the one. They might not play the prettiest football. Southgate is not that man that is going to give them that pretty football that they're looking for. All attacking football, where you see like today we saw Spain now almost like 30 something shots on that 30 something attempts at goal. England might not give you that, but they will just find a way to squeak through and get into the next round. A lot of talk. Chooks, let me come to you. So a lot of talk has always been around the midfield or the left side, Foden, Bellingham, who drops. Why shouldn't Palmer start? Where should they put what's his name? Palmer? Saka should go to left back. So now for the next game against Switzerland, right? England's next game. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of selection headache for Southgate. I just want to get your view on how you advise Southgate to go about this. So McGahey is going to be suspended, right? Kieran Trippier looks like he's injured. We don't know if he's going to be fit. So who plays left back? And then does Phil Foden
Guy is
play
always injured.
the next game? So what do you think for Southgate? How do you think he can approach England's next game before we move on from England?
Is Shaw healthy?
So Shaw was on the bench today, but clearly Southgate did not trust him. Even when Trippier got injured, he didn't bring Shaw in. He decided to put Saka at left back. So
Shaw has always been on the bench every time since the tournament started. He's always been on the bench. I don't think he's ever going to be ready this tournament.
Play,
okay. So
play,
s-
play, play Shaw at left back. Probably bring in Louis Dunk. Start one of Gordon or Palmer on the left side and play Saka where he's supposed to play.
Louis
It's that
Dunk.
simple.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the other defender he brought, or Joe
Konsa,
Gomez.
I think Konsa
Or
plays.
Ezri
Consta.
Konsa. I think Ezri Konsa
Yeah.
started. Yeah.
He has a bunch of. Oh, he can even play one of those CBs at left back.
Joe
But
Gomez is also there.
playing arguably your best winger at left back, I don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
think
that's also praised for Saka because I think he played wing back, left back, and went back to right wing again in the same game. So if maybe
yeah.
Saka is comfortable playing left back for a full 90 minutes, because now you're going to play against a better
Nah,
team than
I really don't want to see Saka play left back, man.
Left back.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Like
one of like the best
yeah.
attacking options that we
I,
have, right?
yeah. So he limits
I
England
get like
attack wise. Yeah. Sorry, go on, Adams.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like I look at Germany, they have different solutions for different games, and that's okay. Like Florian Wirtz didn't start yesterday. Sane came in and did his thing, right? You can say maybe Sane didn't have the greatest of games, but that's why you have different profiles, right? There will be different needs for different games, and is don't take it to heart. Like you might not first half you might start with a different type of player, and second half you bring somebody else in. It's tournament football. You don't have a lot of time to to give many chances, right? You just have to think on your feet. And I don't understand why fans are starting to make this like a tribal war, or oh, this guy is better than this guy, or this guy. Nah, man, like these people are trying to win. And if the players let it get into their head, if the players let it, and that's the thing about England. I remember watching Fabregas say, when they won the World Cup, the Barca and the Madrid guys had to come together, right? They had to leave that rivalry, even though Mourinho didn't like it at the time. But Casillas and then Piqué and them, they had to say, you know what, this is us playing for our country. Let's forget about what the fans think, what the rivalry is about, and this is even a bigger rivalry than whatever the rivalry in England is, and that's been the case for England all these years. The Steven Gerrards of this world, the Manchester United guys, the Chelsea guys, they never agreed. They never played together as a team. But now, I liked that, Saka, we all know Saka's attitude. He doesn't have an ego. He'll do whatever he needs to do for the team. But I don't think like that's a long-term solution in this tournament, playing him as a left back. He's clearly one of the best right wingers in the world, right? Top 4, top 5. So if he doesn't start, maybe Palmer starts, but I don't think he should play left back.
I think it's also an indictment on some of the those other defenders that are sitting on the bench. Someone like Joe Gomez, yeah, like because Joe Gomez has played, I think at some point in this last season left back, for Liverpool covering. So why can't you bring him in? He has experience there. So I don't know where that's by the way for England. Just quickly to touch on Switzerland, who their opponents will be in the next quarterfinals. Fair play to Switzerland as well. Despite Italy yesterday, I saw the game yesterday. They were so comfortable. There was no point in the game where you felt where Switzerland felt they were threatened. They have some very good players up front. I like Undoy. Plays in Bologna. Good player. What's the other guy's name now? Okay, Ruben
Mbolo,
Vargas.
for Vargas,
Yeah,
yeah.
brilliant. Bolo, yeah, there's Ruben Vargas. I remember Ruben Vargas from I think the last Euros in England. So yeah, they have some decent players as well. Shaqiri from the bench. Midfield of course, I can't forget Granit Xhaka as well. Great guy. As in he's been
And
superb.
their back three too. Don't forget their back three. Those guys.
Yeah, that back three as well. They say this is one of the most experienced in the tournament. Almost 300 and something caps between them. So they look very solid. It's going to be a tough game for England in the quarterfinals. Another game to look forward to. We'll see how that goes. I know Adams is going to be fancying England's chances to qualify.
Of course.
We'll, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's switch our attention now to Spain. We saw Spain today dispatch Georgia 4 goals to 1. I don't think the result was in doubt. Spain, like just as I mentioned to you guys before the show started, I think Spain played some of the most beautiful football this tournament so far. If you're a player, you want to be in that Spain team. Good movement, creating spaces, running behind. You just spread the play. It's beautiful to watch. And at some point, fair play to Georgia, by the way, they tried to give Spain a game, but wow, for Spain at the end of the day, were able to overcome. So yeah, the Adams, what do you think about Spain? I know we spoke about it last week, and yeah, it's still the same thing. You were impressed with them. Almost everybody who has watched them play has been impressed with them. So they play Germany next. What do you think? How do you fancy their chances?
I mean, I think that will be a really tough game for them. Germany are playing at home. They're just more experienced. They know what it takes. Germany, they're going for the kill. They're trying to win this competition. Not to say Spain is not trying to win it, but I think Spain, this is the developmental tournament for them. This is the first time in a long while that they've had a decent team. So to say, after the old guards of the legendary guys retired, so I think this is a good tournament for them to build on, right? I'm expecting Germany to knock them out, but I think that should not be any indictment on the Spanish team. They've done well. They have a very young core. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the future holds for those players. Nico Williams is a beast. I know Barcelona fans and Arsenal fans are licking their lips right now, trying to convince their team to sign him. But he's out of this world. He's exceptional. Lamine Yamal. I mean, we've enough have been said about that guy, man. To see him up close this tournament, he's been really amazing. Rodri has also been, very good. I like the defenders, Laporte, and I forgot the other guy's name, one other French guy.
Linemont,
Yeah. So
yeah.
they've been solid too. They've been solid. So I think going forward for future competitions, they're a team that I'll be, keeping my eye out for. But this tournament, I don't think they can knock Germany out, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting. I think I have a different view, but let me hear what Uzo thinks. Uzo, I don't know if you saw Spain today and you saw Germany yesterday. So it's confirmed Spain, Germany for the quarterfinal fixture sometime next week. What have you made of both teams, Spain and Germany? Who do you think is going to go through for you?
Uh, I'm still tipping Germany. I think I echo some of the same sentiments that Adams mentioned about experience and having the home advantage. I also just don't think Spain have been tested. You guys know how I feel about Spain. I've been very consistent about the tournament. I don't think that they've had a good enough test, even all the way down to the fact that they're playing Georgia in the next round, which I think, objectively speaking, is probably the easiest fixture of every single team that qualified. Um, and yeah, I think Spain, that's always been their issues, getting the big games. In the big games, getting over the line. In the last three tournaments, I think been they've been they've worked hard to put themselves in good positions as far as where they're going to end up. But every time they get to that final game, they just, for whatever reason, right? And I think it's having the lack of like decisive quality. So I look at the German team, and I think that they aren't playing as well as Spain, and their fixture was nowhere near as comfortable as Spain's was. But I think they played a better team, objectively speaking, and I think that on a different day, if they got better finishing out of some of their guys who we won't mention any names, but if people put away some very easy opportunities, I think it could have looked a bit more comfortable in the end. So yeah, I just think it's Germany. And it's solely because I don't believe in Spain. I think they're a sexy team. I just don't think that they have the steel or the experience to win a tournament like this. And yeah, shout out to Roger, of course. He's played well. I think he's been fantastic, and he's been a great leader. But I don't know, they just ain't got it for me, unfortunately. I would like to be proven wrong though. I'll see, but yeah, I can only see one winner in this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so agreeing with Adams. So it's Germany over Spain for you. Chooks, what do you think? Spain versus Germany next, based on what you've seen so far from both teams. Where are you pitching your tent?
No, I think Spain might be a little bit better than
So
Germany,
yeah,
but I'm going to support Germany because of Havertz. Yeah,
that's
that
why I like you, man.
Havertz, by the
Always
way,
tell.
I
Sorry,
think
Adam.
Havertz had a good. I think Havertz had a, contrary to popular opinion on Twitter, I think Havertz had a great game. I think
Yeah,
that was a game that I think convinced me that he's a number 9. I think he's a striker. I know he played when who came in? Somebody else came in and he played like maybe like a number 10 or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think
I
he's
don't
actually a
know.
striker. I know he's going to be frustrating. He's going to miss some of those chances. And the reason why I say that is I've never agreed that Havertz was a striker, even while he was at Chelsea. I just thought like he was like a hybrid of a number 10 and a striker. You know, like that unique player that needs a focal point to play off of. Right, that's why I was excited to see when we got Lukaku. I thought maybe that would help Havertz, but now I think I've never been more convinced that he's a striker now. Even when he had that run back end of last season when he was scoring, I wasn't still fully convinced. But that game just showed to me that yes, I think this guy is a striker. He can run the channels really well. He can come, short to receive pass. He's very physical. He's nasty. He likes to get into duels, and he can create chances. Like he can create chances just off of his running. Obviously, the main thing is like the finishing, and he will score some goals, and he will miss chances too. But I'm very convinced now
I mean,
that he's a striker.
isn't that pretty much every
Yeah,
footballer?
yeah. That's every striker.
yeah. So okay, fine. So everybody seems to be in unison, and then Germany is going to go through. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And like I always say, anything can happen in football. That's why we follow the sport, and that's why we love the sport. At some point today, I was watching Spain, and when Georgia scored first, I'm like, "Ooh, could it be the upset of
Come on, man. Come on. Everybody knew that Spain was going to come back and score like 4-3.
Are you sure everybody was confident of Spain coming back?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's still some other round of 16 games to go through. In terms of like some sort of minnows, yes, Romania still to go. I don't know if we're going to put Turkey as a minnow or a dark horse, but we'll see. Adam, they're nodding your head. What do you think about Turkey?
I don't know, man. I don't really watch them, but I saw that game against Czechia, and yeah, they got lucky, man. They got lucky, so
We'll
they
see.
got lucky in that game.
Yeah, they're playing Austria I think on Tuesday.
That'll
That should
be
be
an
a very
interesting game.
game. Yeah, two teams that like to attack. Ralph Rangnick, the Grengen pressing master. That should be fun. Okay, let's preview France versus Belgium. I think that's like the biggest game left in this round of 16. Both teams have kind of underperformed so far in the tournament. I think France have only scored 2 goals in the group stage, if I'm not wrong. An own goal and then an Mbappe penalty in 3 games. So that's it. So I know we spoke about them last week, and there's always been like, France, there's no panic from their fans or the players. They know what they can do, they know what they can bring. So they're not really worried. And then there's Belgium, also lost 1 game in the group stage to Slovakia, managed to beat Romania 2-0, and then a 0-0 draw with Ukraine. So not convincing. I saw where their fans were sort of like booing them after their final group game. So there's sort of short of confidence in that Belgium team as well. Romelu Lukaku, 3 VAR offside goals. I don't know that guy. I don't know. The guy is. I don't know. I don't know what I say. Some people say it's not unfortunate that the guy is just not his wrong positioning. He's not being unfortunate or he's not being unlucky. we'll see but that's a cracker tomorrow. I know if I'm asking you guys for your prediction, I think there's also going to be an agreement on who is going to go through. So let me start with you, Chooks. France versus Belgium tomorrow. Who goes through for you?
I mean, France is they're my tournament winners, so I'm hoping we won't be the ones to. I think Italy, they've already, there's always one upset per round. So maybe Italy has taken the fall for everyone. But I'm hopeful that France should win tomorrow. It would be very, very unfortunate if France go out to Belgium tomorrow. But at the same time, I'm very much tribal because all these Chelsea and United fans have been moving crazy. So you have to protect your players. Anyway, if Belgium go through, don't be shocked if you see me propping up Trossard everywhere.
I
So
like you. You
yeah,
shall, there's no way you're not going
yeah,
to
yeah,
lose.
it's man.
It's a
There's no
win-win
place you're
situation
going
for
to.
you.
There's no meat. There's no meat in my plate.
Are you sure if Saliba starts tomorrow and France goes out, are
That's
you sure
yeah.
they're not going
Any which way. Either we eat with Saliba or we eat with Trossard. Anyone, but then, in all seriousness, I need Mbappe to show me something.
Yeah, I
That's
think
my that's my. I think the after Bukayo Saka, that's probably the player I just enjoy watching, and I think he should be the face of football. So tomorrow he needs to. He hasn't given us any of those vintage, international games that he has where he just looks like nobody. If you want to put three people on him, he's going to push that ball and outrun all of you. He needs to give us one of those games
yeah,
tomorrow. So yeah,
yeah,
now that one will be. I'm excited. Is the first game too, so I'll know early.
yes, yes. Uzo, let me come to you, right? I think that I think there was a start or some sort of information I saw this tournament. I think this Euros, there's no sports player in this Euros at all. I was
Nah,
about
nah,
to.
nah. Come on, man.
Is
What
there
do you
or
mean
was that
there's no
wrong?
No,
sports
in
players
England. I think it was in
in
England.
England,
Oh,
not in
oh,
Europe?
okay, okay, okay,
Nah,
England, okay, in England team, okay, there's this sports player. I'm sorry, Uzo.
nah. Kind of disrespect is that?
No,
Um,
it's no.
Hoiberg just left yesterday. Think
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Hoiberg.
true.
They have Dragusin
yeah,
has
Oh
Dragos.
decided
yeah,
I
to
think it's
opt
only
for
Van de Ven
yeah, Van der
yeah.
Ven also
that
for
left.
Uh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I think I was going to say in England setup, not throughout the whole Euro tournament. But
Yes, Mickey.
Uzo, your sports legend is. I saw him in the last game for Belgium, the group stage. What's his name now? The defender, Jan Vertonghen. 37, still doing it for Belgium. I think he's also going to be closing in on like their appearance record. What's your take for the game tomorrow, France Belgium? What's your predictions? How do you see the game panning out?
Troops, I'm got France as the tournament winners, and I have a vested interest in the success of Kylian Mbappe. So I'm riding with France all the way. I mean, I don't really care about like club tribalism in tournaments. Like I don't know how people even get any like
Yeah,
people are online. They're still carrying pitchforks, trying to argue their club players, and like
No,
who
but
really
wait,
cares?
I can't
Who
lie.
cares?
No, 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 no. I can't lie. Foden getting subbed off and England scored 2 goals. The high from that alone. I will not lie to you. The high from that alone. Adam, I was singing. I asked God save our gracious King. God save
that's
our glorious
okay.
King. Hey, Foden,
Oh my
Foden
goodness.
left and the goals came in. Tribalism. We are
No,
here.
I don't think that was one of Uzo's favorite moments. Uzo has always been propping up
What?
Foden.
No, no, I don't. But it had nothing to do with the goal. It's not like he came off and the
Yeah,
guy who replaced him scored the goal. It's just
Hey
a
man, we
corner
don't
kick and a guy who guys were
think
saying should have been
about that,
dragged off
man.
scored the
Don't
goal.
think
So
about that.
no, I'm
I,
saying like I don't have any. I don't care about England's success or failure. I don't care. I'm not a City fan, so I just don't know what people gain as far as like tribalism when a club player of a team that is always winning the title does bad for their country. What do you gain from that? They're gonna come back and win the league again. What are you gonna do then? Oh, but he sucks for England. Good for you. It doesn't affect your club. I don't know. I gain if all the Spurs players weren't in the tournament. I don't care. I'm not concerned either way. I don't think that it really has any bearing. What I'm more so annoyed about is I'm ready for the tournament to go away so we can start to see what teams are doing in the transfer window because I think a lot of teams are just chilling right now and asleep. And I think everybody needs to do a lot of business. So I'm surprised that things aren't really picking up as they should. I mean, besides Chelsea signing the pride of Brazil, of course, and the next Messi, but the rest of us, we're all just kind of holding tight. So I don't really get involved with like club tribalism with national teams because I need to have something to gain. There's no dopamine. Like if a Spurs player plays well, I don't feel any differently. Like guys were propping up Dragusin after the first game, and then he got smoked by Lukaku the next game. So things happen. Højbjerg was looking like player of the tournament in group stage. He's at home now eating cheese and pizza. So it happens, man. It happens. I think what I'm more excited to see in the Belgium-France game is how the Belgian players come out, kind of like their mentality, their state of mind, because they not only do they get booed by their fans, they seem to kind of shun the fans. Like it looked like Kevin was like waving the team to go off and pretty much saying fuck the fans. Like let's be real, that's what he was saying. He was saying screw those guys, they're booing us. Let's not even go over there. And I think that can create a bit of a rift. It's like, are they going to be going out there ready to give their all for what they perceive to be ungrateful fans? And they're already the weaker team, so I think it can make for a very fascinating atmosphere. And it'd be even more awkward if they win because then it's like, are the fans then going to cheer them? Like, I don't know, fans are really fickle, but it's awkward to me. And it seems like Twitter mentality has actually seeped into the stadiums now because it's so pathetic to me that you're booing your team who's still in the tournament. Like, what is this obsession with playing sexy ball?
Yeah.
Who cares? Your team is still in the tournament with a chance to continue to to progress, and you're booing them after the conclusion of a match because you just have the God-given divine right to win every game. Piss off. I think it's really sad to see the state of football in this day and age where you can win and they're saying the manager should be sacked anyway, or you can draw a game and go through. I think they went through as group winners because the only reason they're playing France is because France went through as second place. So I don't know, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. I think the fans need to be ashamed of themselves, and I think if they lose, rightfully so, good on the fans. Have that. Since you don't want to support the team anyways, then why are you there? It's so confusing. You travel all the way to a different country to go boo the team while they're still in the tournament. Very stupid. Anyway, it'll be an interesting game though. I want to see how the fans react. But France all the way, man. We need to save this sport from Jude Bellingham, Ballon d'Or props, please. At this point, I'm even ready to back Kante in his new revised role. He has unlocked something he hasn't done his entire 15-year career. Kante for Ballon d'Or. Don't you see the way he occupies those advanced zones?
All I've been saying, man.
Nah, man, give that Ballon d'Or, man.
I was about to even mention to Adams. I was about to say, Adams, I'm surprised when we're talking about Spain. He didn't mention Cucurella, man. Great performance from.
Oh yeah, my boy played. He did his thing, man. He did his thing.
Now, Adams, one thing I will applaud you, Adams. Any Chelsea footballer that has won that shirt, even if it was for one game, you will never see Adams saying anything bad about the player. The guy is going to
for life.
Bro, he's going to go to war for every Chelsea done, man. Did you hear him?
Adams, how do you feel about Saul Niguez? He was so tell you that guy is a La Masia product.
The Don.
My goodness. Yeah, so looking forward to the games tomorrow. France Belgium should be a cracker. Yeah, I think France are the overwhelming favorites to go ahead.
I wouldn't say
In the,
overwhelming.
They are though,
uh,
but Belgium,
yeah,
Belgium. I'm
yeah.
looking at their
I
defense.
I
I'm just
think it's
looking
I
at their
think it's a
defense.
powerhouse matchup though.
Yeah, it
I wouldn't
is.
say
It is. Like
overwhelming favorites. I think they are favorites, but overwhelming would imply it's like Slovakia versus
true,
England or something.
true.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It's not that.
Maybe overwhelming is
Like
not the
no one's
right
gonna
word,
be
but
shocked if Belgium upset them. No, like because Belgium have the quality in attacks.
Lukaku versus Saliba. Want to
La
watch?
Caca.
that should be a fun matchup. But a strong physical matchup, you know. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. So the other two games are Austria versus Turkey. That should be fun as well. Then
You know,
there's the
Pius will be
Netherlands.
watching for sure.
Then, and then there's the Netherlands versus
I wish two
Romania.
teams can just lose at the same time. Just get them both out.
I don't know why you say, like, I don't know. Austria have been great this tournament. I don't know why you stopped their group, a group that had Netherlands and France,
Good for them. Let them
and
go, man.
you're saying they should go out. I don't.
Yeah, they should go out. I mean, they will. So wait, Pius, what are you gonna say when they go out?
No, I'm not saying. No, sorry.
I just, like, you're acting like topping their group means they should go win the tournament. Get
in
them
fact,
out.
I'm gonna be backing them. You know.
Any team where the coach is the biggest star on the team, get them out, man. What is this nonsense that I'm watching? Baumgartner and all kinds of absolute rubbish.
Come on, that's a
Your
bit
team,
of
your team comes on TV and everyone's like, Ralph Ragnick, let's go.
The annoying thing about that thing is Sabitzer is wearing number 9. That just, I don't know. I hate seeing things like that. Why is he wearing number 9? Why?
Pizza.
I mean, wasn't England's left back today wearing number 7? What happened to the sports that we love? What happened to the sport that we love?
Excuse for bringing that.
England's left back was wearing number 7 and worried about something. I won't say anything. I won't speak.
Sabitzer, that's a United legend right there, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect him.
No, as I was saying, yeah, Austria are a decent team, top group where they had Netherlands and France. So I think they deserve their dues. I think I fancy them against Turkey, but that should be a cracking game as well. Fair play to the Turkish fans as well. They've always come filled up the stadium. I think they said about 3-4 million Turkish people live in Germany, so they've come out in full numbers to support their team. Very confident bunch. Adegule, Chananoglu, Shentosun. Remember his days in Everton. So there's some decent players there. Some of them.
By days, Pius literally means days. Like he was only there for a day.
What?
Literally, this is the one occasion where we literally mean his days in Everton. That guy had about the shortest career I've ever seen. That's all.
And then
Oh,
friendly
man.
to Austria as well. Just like I think what we know.
I beg, bring them. Yeah, if I'm meeting them in semi-finals, please.
England fans are worried about Slovakia. It's not about Austria. It's about their own team.
Please
At this
bring
point, I don't think they can beat anybody.
Austria.
Oh man, Pius, we have Brazil and Uruguay to talk about. I beg, please, this Austria obsession that you have. It's
not
you're
even
almost worse than Hitler at this point.
Pius sat down there and said, "Kudos to the Turkish fans." As though he has met, any of the Turkish fans.
No. I'm not. Of course, I'm not currently in Germany, but
Bro, your man Nunes has been scoring.
Like, let's talk about actual stars in this sport, man. I've had Sabitzer, Baumgartner, Cheng Tosu. It's enough.
I'm coming to.
You know what happened when he said check Tosa, you have seen Adam's eyes raised. He thought it was the Chelsea Tosa. You're about to. Adam was about to launch and talk transfer strategy. Please, let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move
all
on.
right, all right. Okay, all right. Then. So
Chelsea.
let's move on from the Euros and talk about the Copa America. So the Copa America is currently ongoing. I think we're currently about the last group games, if I'm right. So
They
we see,
flogged reggae boys, man.
so we've seen,
Nah.
so we've seen the world champions Argentina win their first two group games, so they're through to the quarterfinals. We've seen the US of A.
Wait, please, can I just give a PSA? All you Jamaicans that were saying Jamaica can win AFCON. I think they have slapped Reggae Boy. You were talking like you can come to AFCON. AFCON. Bro, the way they've beaten those Reggae Boys.
Bro,
The first ones, you were the
that
first ones to
Jamaican team,
complain out. Huh?
No,
that Jamaican team
They are
Their
so
star
is
player
smelly.
was out and having a time of his life. Leon Bailey. He even
Nah,
go with
Leon Bailey was enjoying what Casido enjoyed that 1 month, man. Went to club with with, with Reggae Boys funds. Ah, nah, those
guys.
guys are smelling.
If those guys would lose to Cape Verde, man, terrible, terrible team, man. Just a
yeah,
collection of black mediocrity, man. You got black jobs.
guys. So we're still going to talk about the Jamaica. Let's come to the Adams. Let
No,
me
we're
come to
not. No, we're
Adams. Let me
not.
come to you. The Adams.
yeah.
The Adams. Let me come to you. I know you're a big supporter as well of the US of A. Started well with a win against Bolivia, but somehow lost their win, their second group game against Panama. So they're in some sort of maybe precarious situation in terms of qualification. What have you made of the USA thus far?
Yeah, it's been embarrassing, man. Home soil.
Wow.
Copa America and the US prepping for the World Cup. One of the easiest groups, Bolivia, right?
Panama, yeah, that's
Panama
correct.
and
And
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah, that's an easy group for USA.
I wouldn't say that's easy.
But that's easy. Bolivia and Panama.
No,
USA
come on.
USA and Uruguay are the teams that Canada were even in a tougher group. Canada had Chile, they had Argentina, and then Peru. That's a tougher team. And Canada progressed. Like they qualified.
I
to
don't
run-
think this Chilean team is the same Chilean team that used to
Yeah.
play back in the day.
yeah, they have a 42-year-old goalie.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Kilo.
bravo, Claudio. Bravo is
And there was a time Chile won the Copa America back to back.
Yeah,
That
they
year.
Yeah.
beat Argentina.
But
Yeah.
this US
They were-
team, man.
I mean, no, Adams, I feel like you're being too harsh.
How?
Yeah, he is. He's
No,
being harsh.
the first game they dominated. The second game,
That was just
red
one
card.
guy being stupid.
Yeah,
That's
like that
really
red
it.
card just spoils the whole game.
I think, and honestly, I hate red cards like that. Honestly, I feel like every sport now across the entire globe is becoming so soft. What is that for a red card? A straight red?
Yeah, I was.
Serious?
But I mean,
Like
but,
all he did was like get off me. That's it. Guys
but,
holding his
but,
face.
but you know one thing with like, especially when the North Americans meet the South Americans, those guys know how to sell. You can blow air.
Yeah, but that's why we have VAR.
But I'm
I
saying,
hate this whole like they know how to sell.
But like
That's why we brought
once,
in VAR.
Yeah,
once you extended,
that's
once
like
you've
violent
extended,
conduct, man.
I'm
like,
okay
you
with
are
that being a
mercy of
yellow.
the ref.
I'm okay with that being a yellow.
No,
Honestly,
no,
you know what? Bring sin bin, I beg. Bring blue
I-
card.
I think
Because
yeah,
it's getting ridiculous, bro.
I
How
think-
can that be a red?
so I think the thing is they're trying to stamp out, you doing that sort of thing, bringing out your arm. So
Nah,
You
no,
can
the
stamp
guy
that out with
the
yellow
thing is
cards.
the guy
Is
got
that
good.
is that any worse than a slide tackle where you miss the ball entirely and get all leg? It's not any worse than that.
Nah, but
No,
that's
to be
outside of
honest, I get what you're
football,
saying,
right? That's
but
outside of
it was
yeah.
one of those where the ref, and the ref might not give you ball. Once you extend and you allow that guy to turn into
Because I wasn't
Like,
watching the game, right? I got the notification where sent off for whatever. Like they made it sound like he killed somebody. So I
No,
quickly turned on the game
I
and
was-
rewinded, and I'm looking and
I
I'm
was
like,
watching it. I was
that's
watching
what he got sent off for. It was so confusing.
No,
I don't know.
once he got the first yellow, I think it was calm. Then when they showed the replay, and you know this thing, I think it's
Yeah,
also
the
what
way the
different.
replays are,
When
yeah,
they slow it down, you're like, yeah, he is
yeah,
off.
that's a red
Like when
card.
they slowed it down, you would have thought that elbow came with speed.
Fine,
So I was like,
bro.
yeah, he's off.
Yeah,
And
It's
just
sad. It's sad.
and after that, the game. I mean, Balogun scored a crazy goal.
That was a
crazy man.
wonderful
A
goal.
He's
That was
been
a
crazy
taking
wonderful
this
goal.
goal.
tournament personal.
Yeah, the guy.
He has something to prove.
I don't think that they're out. I think they can
Nah,
get
nah.
something
I think they can get
But
something
that
Uruguay.
Uruguayan
but
team is going to
come
be
on,
it's
Yeah,
going
just
to
but
be really tough.
they've already qualified at the top of the group, so they're
Yeah.
not going to be going full strength.
hey man, Pius,
I think they can be gotten for
Tell
sure.
you
Nunes to
guys,
slow down, man.
you,
Tell him
you
to
guys
slow
need to
down.
go
I don't
follow.
think he'll play. I don't think he'll play.
7
You
goals
guys
in
need to
7
go.
games. Give us 37-year-old Suarez, I beg. Let him start.
Yeah. I think the USA will find a way to get something out of that final group game against Uruguay. And
It's going to be about the Bolivia game. That's what's going to determine it, because I think they'll get a draw at least. It's because I think if those two draw and the USA draw, they go through, right? The US goes through.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
second
because
place.
the
Yeah.
US they've scored more goals than Panama.
Man, well, let's hope
Just
those guys play with pride, man. I don't want to see Panama or Bolivia. It's like, come on,
Bro, in a
bro.
tournament that is hosted in America
Oh
too.
my
I
god.
think I think the US they have
And you know what?
this team.
God save all these teams. Let the US crash out and let Trump get in office. All of you guys that way.
fuck all of them.
This tournament will not finish.
Yeah, but I think there's been a lot of anger towards the US coach, but I don't know, maybe it's a bit harsh, but we'll see.
It's
Nah,
the
it's harsh.
Southgate. It's
They've-
the
they've-
Southgate
they've-
thing. It's so harsh.
They've
They acting like
actually
the US is one
forward.
powerhouse. We should be doing
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Someone told me semifinals minimum in Copa America. Mind you, this isn't even their tournament. They're inviting
Yeah.
semifinals minimum when someone invited you to make up numbers.
But they've made the semifinals before. That's the thing. They have what's his name? What's that German coach's name? When they had
Jürgen
Klinsmann.
Jürgen
Klinsmann,
Klinsmann.
yeah.
I don't think it was in this tournament though.
It was.
Nah,
It
it
was
was,
Copa
in
it
this
was,
America.
tournament.
2016 was Messi.
Yeah, it was
that-
Copa America.
that
They
blew
got
the
to
mouth.
semifinal. So
But that's
this guy doesn't have.
but there's a difference between overachieving and having it be a standard. Like you're not one of the 4 best teams in the tournament. Like come off it. You're not one of the 4 best teams in the tournament.
But
Guys,
those teams are not
sorry,
that.
Adam.
Apart from Brazil and Argentina, maybe Uruguay.
Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay,
There's-
Colombia.
like,
There's a lot of great teams.
USA can actually, try to be in the semifinal, especially hosting it too.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Pius, go ahead.
No.
I just thought that red card was really stupid.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. I said we've not even mentioned Brazil in this tournament. They had an underwhelming start. They drew their first game
Oh, man.
0-0 against Costa Rica, but they found a way in the second game against Paraguay to win
second
4
game-
goals to 1.
That
I
second
didn't see
game,
that game.
they came alive. Vinicius, oh man,
Yeah, I saw some of the clips and I was like, "Whoa, great gameplay!" I think one of the Vinicius, I think the second goal or first goal was brilliant.
now the
Brilliant
first
team
goal
play.
was
The first goal was the brilliant one. The
Second
second goal
goal
was him. It was him dunking on that center back that had been talking crap the whole game.
yeah.
In this
So,
Very beautiful nonsense.
this
Yeah.
new Brazilian kid, I saw him come on the first game, the one that
Who,
plays in
Savio?
Girona. Huh?
Oh, Savio.
Savio. He can play. I
Yeah,
think-
he's quality. He's a City player,
Is he going to Man City?
most likely.
Yeah, I
He's
think
on loan. He's on loan. at,
from City.
He's on loan from City.
Oh,
Pipeline. Cobams or which my season is what?
I think between him and Doku, you can't tell me he can't play the Doku role.
Nah, he
Yeah.
will.
he will.
I think he can.
Well, I was gonna shout out somebody in Uruguay, man. Valverde. My goodness,
Man,
what a footballer! You guys should have
Guy-
paid that 80 million pilots and gotten him.
guys, as in, that's one guy I don't know, I'm sad, but
Nah,
the thing
he's,
about it
he's
Is what?
his ball
Sorry.
striking is out of this world. The way the ball can leave his leg in a second.
guy is so
Nah.
bad, man. I think for me, this tournament, I think for me, there might be some Uruguay and Colombia. Those two teams, watch out for them.
Yeah,
They're going to give.
Colombia won
I don't think there's surprises though at all. I don't think there'll be a
zero.
surprise.
No, no, no. Of course, everybody will be looking at the big hitters:
Argentina is clearly
Brazil,
winning this thing, I beg.
Argentina,
You guys know it. Argentina is
Brazil,
I
clearly winning.
disagree.
Argentina.
I disagree. I disagree
You
with
don't
Yeah,
think
that.
I think
Argentina is winning?
there's going to be a surprise. It won't be them.
I think right now Brazil is a better team than Argentina in terms of
Wow,
talent. Yeah,
wow, wow,
Talent, yes.
wow.
yeah,
Talent,
for
yes.
sure. It's going to be if they play to their level if they keep growing through the tournament. I think they'll clearly be the favorites, in my opinion.
Interesting,
People
interesting.
forget like when Brazil was going to play Argentina in the World Cup before they fumbled to Croatia. Like Brazil was looking like the best team at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Argentina was a team that everyone was doubting because they should have got out in the group stage. They had that scare against the Netherlands. Everyone was like, wait till you meet Brazil. It's over. It's done. And then boom, Croatia just went and inserted themselves in somebody else's business, and the rest is history.
Say
But
somebody else's business.
I like the Brazilian squad. I'm gonna say something that's a little unpopular. I think so. Growing up, I always heard, and I feel like it's sound advice that if you're always the one that's involved in issues with somebody and you're the common denominator, then the problem is with you. It's starting to get kind of worried that Vinicius is fighting somebody every game. I don't think everybody in the world is racist. Like at some point, I think he really is agitating people because in the game against Paraguay, like this guy wanted to blow his head off. Like guy was incensed. His eyes were popping out of his eye socket, and I'm like, what could Vinny have said to make him that mad? Like he looked like he was like, I don't care about this game. You can send me off. You can send me back home. I'm gonna kill this guy. And I just thought like that was very fascinating. So I don't know. Vinny, I think he needs to calm down a bit.
I think
it's getting too much.
That's just his style. Like
No, I get the usual wind up. I like that. But I think there's got to be something he's saying to these guys that's
yeah,
like
I mean
worse
he's
than
probably
normal.
going in there on the harshest of tones. He's like, guy, you are a plumber, man. Don't come near me, yeah, guy. How would you play ball with guys like that? You know what?
Nah, but the anger that they show is not just like the regular like.
Oh,
like
I mean,
F
you
you.
know,
It's
I
like
mean, this
it's like he's saying something about their moms or something.
Exactly,
Like
I know.
it looks bad.
the guy will sprinkle something personal in there and now rainbow flick you. You want to put your elbow on his back as soon as he has scored. Now that every game you can tell. That's one thing I like about the Copa America. Dude.
Yeah, no, there's intensity.
Every
Yeah.
10 minutes.
It's
fight.
so different from watching the Euros where it's
Well,
just like
nobody's
this
calm, nobody's
chess, tactical battle, stylistic,
Nah,
whatever.
Copa
You
America
get
is
to the
just
Copa America,
ball.
it's just
It's just ball.
fight,
It's just ball, man.
war. I love it. That's the kind of ball that I grew up on, at least.
This guy, what's his name? Martinez, Argentina goalkeeper. I don't know if you saw that one clip of when they played Colombia and he went to
Yeah.
pens. I saw the things he was saying to the guys coming up for PK. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if like
During lockdown.
he's saying he's calling out your mom, your sister, your wife. So he wants you to get so emotional. Then when you miss the pen, he's now doing that thing where he's like, I'm like, nah. I mean, just imagine being on the receiving end of that. You want to brush the guy's teeth.
But Martinez, he's a proper shithouse. Like,
Yeah.
as real as they come. When he did that celebration while receiving the award, I knew this guy was not raised by normal human beings.
This guy's not a normal guy,
He
man.
grew up in a group home type of thing. Like, there's no way there was any kind of structure. You know, some people that you can't take them anywhere without feeling like this guy is going to cross the line. Like, they're at your church shouting at it. It's like, guy, like, calm down. I'm never inviting you.
That celebration when he got that award.
Bro, is Saudi doing this? I was like, bro, do you know where you are?
Nah, he
But yeah,
deserves
he's
to be at the top
definitely
club, man. I'm happy he's going to play champs. The guy deserves to be at those big games, and he backs it up. Big saves.
He does.
He's so good at pens. I'm shocked Chelsea did not go snag
Well, that's a
him.
proper, Chelsea Abramovich type player.
They love you so easily, man. Adams, they don't even have to take you to dinner dates. They just carry you go out straight. It's so easy to get Adams.
Not this
All you have to do
Chelsea,
is just say anything about Cobham or proper Chelsea.
That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to when the season starts. With those 1 hour Chelsea segments. Oh god,
Man.
slot ball.
No,
Please give us something.
wait till they get linked with another Brazilian wonder kid, man.
But we're
That's
about to
when
sign Trusby Hall.
I think that's already gone through,
Yeah,
right? It looks
yeah.
like. What do you think about that signing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know too much about him. It's
You
just
guys are
Yeah.
signing
No,
some.
but you watched him play in Prem now when he was on Leicester.
Some
yeah,
mid.
he was,
Bro.
It looked like he was done and dusted to Brighton. And
yeah.
I thought that was a great upgrade on losing Pascal Gross. But yeah, I mean it's a good swoop in. People are saying he's the next Drinkwater, but but no,
Well,
I think he does have quality.
yeah, but I'm just
It's not a needle mover. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really
He's just like a
change.
squad,
Yeah, just
player. But I'm just surprised because it's definitely the coach's choice, right? Are they? It seems like they're trying to change.
Didn't the coach just come from
well, I
Leicester?
mean, yeah, he coached them.
Yeah.
Like when David Moyes went to Man U and brought Fellaini. Brought that one. What's that Schneiderlin? The guy did. The guy did. I'm going to bring all my guys are ballers. I'm going to bring all my guys here.
Isn't that what the hack did when he brought Weginho
Bro,
to my
man.
Wout Weghorst?
Even my own manager too, man, went to City to go and bring his boys. But they gave him the wrong product. They gave him bad. I've not seen an instance where that thing worked. Where a manager
I'm
goes
sure
to
there's
bring
one.
players that he worked
I'm
with.
sure there's at least one. Definitely
Nah,
Mourinho.
I
No,
can't.
the only
Mourinho
one
and
I
the
can
Porto
think of
boys.
is Ancelotti and James when he came to Everton. Now he cooked that season.
Yeah,
man.
he cooked.
He cooked that season.
Guy, Ancelotti really coached in the EPL and coached Everton.
I mean, he coached Chelsea first, though.
I'm saying, yeah.
No, but
Nah,
Everton though. Like, he
that
coached
Everton. I'm very
But that's
sure.
the kind of guy he is. I like him, bro. He doesn't.
Bro,
He's that guy. You greet him, hello, sir. He will say, no, it's okay. Call me Carlo. Guy's a cool guy, man.
Pius,
But
what does
wait.
football have for us? So you're quiet.
Wait, where you guys been? Who have you guys been linked to, Pius? I've not seen anything in news.
Trainings all around, man. No,
They've been fighting for California now.
No,
but
Gordon too now. Be at Gordon.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Gordon.
yeah, I saw those links. Those are strong
Lucas
links.
has offered, but you guys are being cheap.
That is a very, very Liverpool kind of
Yeah.
player.
That was
Very
a good
Liverpool
signing,
player.
bro. Merseyside boy too.
Oh wait, Paris, you don't like him?
Oh yeah, Everton. The Everton
The
tie.
Everton boy.
The
yeah,
No,
Everton
but
he
he
was
tie.
fan. I'm not a free
Oh
fan.
wow,
of
that's. Pius likes all the meat ballers, man. The guy finally drew the line.
Pius that watch
I
Sanusi
want-
and clap hand. It's Gordon. It's Gordon that you don't
You
like.
want Ademola,
I
like,
want,
right?
I want Nico Williams.
Who doesn't want Nico Williams?
CC grid. See his teeth.
Stick to your Gordon. Stick to your.
I don't
No, but to be honest,
so
I'll
what
take-
does it
I'll-
take Gordon say you
I'll
take
take
Nico
Gordon,
Williams?
No,
No,
wow. I
Nico,
don't think we're good.
Nico is the most Man U player ever, man. Because I can just see the
You think he's going to
unseriousness in
Man
him
U?
already.
Nah, I think
No,
he's.
I'm not saying he's linked or he's
Oh.
going to go. I'm just saying he's the most Man U kind of player, man.
Now,
With
when
his
he's
man,
hairstyles
that's
and his
now, man.
dancing.
If I'm Arsenal, I'm all over him, man. I don't
now
know.
we
Ah,
got
Arteta
the leaks
will whip
too
that
early.
boy
Now, we
into
got the
shape,
leaks
man.
too early. The report was the guy was demanding around 200 and
That's what he's earning. That's the open.
That's not what he's earning at Atletico.
That's what he's earning.
I'll go and look at it right now.
Isn't he at Bilbao?
Yeah. They don't have, they don't sign players, so they pay their players a lot because they bring players from their basket or whatever.
Athletic Bilbao. Let me go and see how greedy that boy is. We can't be dying here now with teeth sucker nonsense.
It's a teacher nonsense.
Bad fruit, man. The guy will come there and be doing.
Because
Did you see the screenshot of him and Yamal playing games? I can't wait till they exit the tournament. They'll still use that same screenshot against them. Now, football Twitter is funny, man. When the Italians went out, they said that Spalletti took it too serious. Meanwhile, Spain was vibing. Now, when Spain goes out, watch, they'll not say, that's what happens when you're playing game at 3 a.m. instead of...
oh man.
guys, let's as we close the show, I just wanted to ask you
Pius doesn't
guys.
like Copa America. We said the guy was just quiet.
Yeah, you didn't even
While
say
we're praising
anything.
Pius,
I,
tell us about Nunes.
But there are a lot of bums.
Luiz.
There are a lot of average teams there that you like.
I,
At least
Panama,
like that, he hasn't.
Panama.
There are
But
a lot of nasty bombs. We can't watch Bolivia play
no, so
ball.
to be honest, I've not seen
Pius
so
will be
much
so
of the.
proud of Bolivia, man. Some old men that are around our age.
I don't really fancy those underdog teams in this
how
Copa
about
America.
Canada?
So
Canada,
Nah,
they're like
I, I,
underdog.
I, actually, I like.
Pius, Bolivia. You will make that Bolivia team. You, that
Wow,
Bolivia
that's to
team.
show how horrible they are. Then.
Make that Bolivia team.
I won't be surprised to see Pius drinking beer with those guys after the game, man.
Bro, those guys are
Guys,
bad.
please. So guys, in terms of excitement, as in, so are we in agreement? AFCON has been more fun, or was more fun than the Euros
Just
and
the
Copa
vibes,
America.
man. Just the
No,
vibes.
easily.
Easily, right?
The
Easily.
vibes from AFCON, man.
Wow. I never thought this day would come where AFCON be more interesting
Now
than
the
this.
goals, the
I mean, but if you think about it, back in the day, I think AFCON is like, bro, the AFCON that I grew up watching was way better than. I don't even like. Besides maybe
At least
Euro, which one was the one that Greece won?
that's
Was it
2004.
04, right?
yeah,
2004,
04,
yeah.
Besides that one, I don't really remember any Euros being better than. Bro, the AFCONs that I grew up
Yeah,
watching.
AFCON too.
What?
You know, it
Man.
was World Cup, AFCON, then maybe Euros. Euros was like,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
the order for me.
yeah,
Because watching guys like Okocha, Eto,
yeah.
all those guys, Mbami,
yeah.
it was good times, man.
But
Mido,
this, yeah. I thought like this last AFCON, man. So many reels, man. So
Like
many funny
it was
moments.
peak.
I would
Yeah.
it's because we finally got rid of that Salah and Mane rubbish rivalry that was stinking up the place, man.
Yeah.
Bring proper West African ball.
I tell
Let's
you,
go.
man.
Man, the
I'm
rivalries,
fair
man. South
I'm
Africa
fair
versus
play to
Nigeria. The
I'll
Ghana
tell
it's
you, man.
watching. Like it was fun, man.
Oh.
And the
Also, there was way better
that
goals
the
too.
cold water on his head.
As I was about to say that, man. The Mali coach, man. That last
No, we haven't gotten any of those in Euros.
Bro,
That
they
last-
sacked the coach in the middle of the tournament.
Bro,
I still went
The
on
whole-
to
And
the tournament.
they brought one brother. The guy came to come back.
No, the vibes was crazy, man. I won't
Guys
get
was
over that.
immaculate,
second to none.
man.
Second to none.
I won't get over that Mali coach pouring water on his head, man. What? The guy was not bound. He not
Nah, he
bowed down
was-
and they were pouring water.
when guys always say my head is hot, the guy finally proved that really and truly your head can be hot.
Yeah.
Nah.
And then another moment was this guy, that man, baby, that free kick. Baby, great goal for him.
Him and all those Cape Verde girls, man. Great
Yeah,
times.
that
And
guy.
then
You know that guy that was trying to get one babe's number.
The old man.
I had to apologize after the listen.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
apparently
guys,
that
wife.
guy had a wife.
Yeah,
or
he had a-
something
Yeah.
terrible.
So, man,
One
vibes,
Cancun,
man.
one
Anyways,
brother.
we won't have to wait so long. I think the next AFCON, as the date has been confirmed, December
When is it?
2025.
December.
Yeah, December
Is
2025.
it always December?
There's no way they had to shift the date again because of this FIFA Club World Cup. They couldn't get any
Oh
particular
yeah,
time.
FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah, so it's December 2025 to January. So
Man,
that
they're
should-
just
that should-
adding unnecessary competitions. Now, FIFA Club World Cup will
Yeah.
have 32 teams.
Yeah,
What's
so that's the
that?
thing. This current FIFA guys
It's
are
greed,
really,
bro. It's greed.
it's
It's
crazy.
greed.
I think they said the players union are going to try to fight back in terms of the amount of games and all that.
I think one thing that I don't understand is fans don't want too many games. Players don't want too many games. The only people that it actually benefits is the business side of it, because at the end of the day, it's more tickets sold.
Yeah,
And it doesn't cost anything for them to put on another game, because
exactly.
it's the
More
same.
TV
The stadium
rights.
is already there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's greed without any like consideration for the product or the consumer. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just finally, before we close, this is where you guys on the VAR debate, right? We saw the Germany Denmark game yesterday. I felt Denmark was unlucky. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That
man.
VAR decision.
That's not the
Stay
spirit.
offside.
That's not the spirit of offside. How can you be offside by just a toenail or something ridiculous like that? But
But the thing is, it's going to come down to inches anyway. If you make it an arm, there's still going to be a point where he's only off by an inch. If you say it should be the shoulder, there's always going to be a point where they're only off by an inch. At the end of the day, we want a system that's
No,
rooted in perfection, and I think we've gotten it.
yeah,
If you say, okay, you want the
I'm
whole body, at some point it's going to come down to inches. All sports are like that. In basketball, if your foot is like just a little bit over the line, you're out of bounds.
Yeah.
In American football, if you're an inch short of the goal line, it didn't go in. Like we have to draw the line at some point. So I think fans are obsessing over the wrong thing.
I'm with you. It's an automated system, so this one you can't see human being.
Yeah, like there's no Majora or anything. Like it's what we want.
If you're Tony,
I'm happy that it was fast and quick and to the point. That's it.
Fires.
yeah. So I think. Sorry, choose that before you come in. I think the argument is the technology is fine, like it's working correctly, and the officials are applying it correctly. So I think what people are saying is that the people that make those rules and laws, maybe they need to tweak some of those, especially the handball.
There's no.
That handball was so harsh. Because
I don't think that was harsh.
Out of his
His arm was out there.
No, how do you want his arm to be? Do you want it to be like? And it was so close.
That's
it was so close.
But
I thought that was a pure handball.
No, that's so. I think that's what people are saying, that they need to change. Look at that handball.
But
sometimes a player can maybe hit the ball at your player's hand.
But they've changed that. But they've changed that. The one that led to the penalty in the Liverpool Spurs final, right? They've changed that kind of thing where they measure distances and stuff. But this was a pure, like his hand got in the way of the cross.
Yeah.
And he had enough time to remove it.
I think
he had more than enough time.
Are you sure he had enough time? Because the distance
I think
short.
he did.
His hand was.
I think he did.
To be honest,
they've revised the handball rule so many times. Like I don't know what else we can do.
No. What we don't want to go back to is when you make rules that will put the referee in a position where he has to interpret it differently from another referee.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I want rules where every ref is going to call it the same way because it's clear and concise. Now that VAR, the offside is automated. There's no need for somebody to draw a line. The machine is going to down to the millimeter. If
Just
it's
like goal line
inches,
technology.
you're offside. Nobody.
Yeah. That's all I've ever wanted.
Just
take the speculation.
speculation.
That Diaz won against Spurs, that kind of thing, never have to.
That won't happen if there was the automation, because it's always going to work.
Yeah.
If your hand is out of your body, it's handball.
Yeah, it's simple as that.
It's just that simple. Not the one with the black.
Plus, that wasn't even the worst one that was called. There was one that was called in the game before that. I'm trying to remember which penalty that was. And I was like, what? I think it was called against Portugal in the Georgia game, right? The handball that was called against Portugal.
Yeah, you have
one handball technology now too.
Yeah, it shows if the ball makes contact with the arm. I like where we are. My whole thing has just been, once we know the rules, let everybody be held to the same standard.
Yeah,
if everybody is held to the same standard, then you can't really cry about it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought that the only reason it was even a story is because Tashmaga was there, and obviously, like, he's a son.
He was emotional,
He was just crying.
I'm so angry. Like, what are you angry about?
He's
normal.
Like, he was.
It's normal. But me, I like if this same technology can come to Prem.
But they're bringing the offside one.
Yeah, they're bringing they voted it in. Yeah.
The problem is, especially with handball, we saw it a lot in the Premier League. It felt like every decision. Today it is a handball, tomorrow is not a handball.
Yeah. Tomorrow is not a handball, exactly.
Let's know, okay.
Remember offside, the Odegaard one against Liverpool.
The computer can accurately draw the line with the ball sending out whatever. We know, okay, no more like that Liverpool game, or even some games where they will tell you, oh, VAR forgot, the VAR official forgot. Now we don't have that anymore.
Blind officials are just incompetent. Anyways, I just feel, for me personally, I just feel some of those handball decisions are so harsh. But well, the debate is always going to continue. Anyways.
No, that's
because the thing is, the rule itself, right, has always been that way. It's always going to. No one ever intentionally handles the ball unless they're trying to stop a goal, right?
That's
because it's always an accident.
I'm looking at
But Pius, my thing is, you're arguing like he didn't have time to adjust this, that, and that.
No,
there's no handball that's ever intentional. No one's ever like, I'm just going to slap the ball. No one ever does that. It's always an accident. It's always an accident.
Because you're saying, what's it called? A normal human being, there's the natural position. How do somebody's running, and how do you want him to? Do you want him to tie his hand.
You see,
Someone just
you see defenders do this all the time. It's not that hard to get your hand out of the way. Like you can adjust. Like he's a world class athlete.
But the thing is that particular the Denmark one, his hand made his body bigger, which stopped the ball.
He stopped the dangerous cross.
Bigger, which stopped
Because
the ball.
if that ball gets across goal,
Yeah, maybe something can happen. I don't even know why that was. Why that was it. It was just this guy was salty over the offside.
Yeah,
So
I guess
And it happened so quickly too. So it was
Yeah,
just
it
like
happened so
one
quickly.
end
but
to the
that-
other end, and
that
yeah.
penalty was-
So I
It was
felt
painful.
for the
It
Danish
was
fans.
painful.
Yeah, it was a harsh one, and the game being decided by some of those movements. I don't know.
But that's
that's what
how
happens when
it's
you
always
have.
been, man.
That's what happens when you have mid-table ballers in your defense, man. Anyways, they're not a good team. They should be out of the tournament. let's save our cry for when they screw Mbappe, man. That's when I'll win, man. I'll come and join Pios.
I'll be
I'll
there,
come and
man.
join
I'll be there.
Pios.
Yeah, I'll be
No,
there.
but different. Tell these guys about Kevin Durant's shoe.
Oh,
Good, remember the one against the Bucks? His
that,
shoe.
that was when my team won the championship. So
Nah,
it was-
his shoe.
Guys,
Literally
let's-
inches.
Bro, inches.
It changes.
Yeah.
It changes destinies, bro.
Yeah.
Because who knows where everybody is at now if things go in the opposite
bro,
direction.
yeah, I always think like that too.
Nah.
Absolutely
Bro.
crazy. But it's why we like the sport. That's why I'm just like, we can say, damn,
Fine
that's
margins,
harsh.
man. It's
But we
little
can't say like,
things.
oh, we need to change the rules to
So,
prevent
yeah.
heartbreak. Heartbreak must be part of the sport. That's why we watch it. I want to see tears. I want to see at the end of the game somebody hold head and fall down and they'll pour it down his head. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm here for. I don't want to see guys happy.
I like this. I like the way the Euros is being officiated. If we have that in Prem, it would just be like American sports. You know, okay, now it's all about the players. It won't be something where you're spending. Bro, last season, how many times were we doing debates on is it a penalty? Is it offside? Oh, this one. That
But
one.
this is just showing that British officials are just bottom tier. They're bottom of the barrel.
The whole system.
Terrible.
The whole system.
Is worse than the system. Is the refs themselves as well. I'm if we get this kind of officiating in the Premier League, I feel like most fans will be happy, and we can get like a league
it's
where
just consistent. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're just getting the same thing every game.
like they can call it against Portugal, they can call it against Slovakia. They don't care. Like I love
Yeah.
that.
But this offside one is sweet, man. Finally, and I know it will touch everybody. There will be a game where your own team will score a 97-minute winner.
I mean, look at Foden today. He was basically a
That's
toenail
nail.
offsides as well.
Don't forget to cut his nail that day.
guys, let's
Oh,
it's time to bring the show to an end. Guys, it's been fun. The Adams, I just have some sort of Euros trivia for you guys. Just one question each. Adams, let me come to you. Euro '96, hosted by England. Do you know who won it?
France.
No,
France won in '98. I think.
it's Germany. Germany won it. They beat Czech Republic in the final. Olivia Bierhoff.
in what
They won in
96?
2000.
Yeah, Euro '96. Yeah,
Oh.
hosted by England. Germany won it. Juice, France supporter who knocked out France in the last Euros and at what stage?
Granit Xhaka.
Yeah,
My man.
Switzerland knocked out France in the last Euros in the round of
Oh
16.
man.
No, but you
Penalty.
didn't allow him to answer the second part of the question. This pious guy, politician, okay, politician.
Oh, I'm
He said,
sorry.
at what stage? And you just gave him the answer. Chooks is so clever. He started saying Granit Xhaka over and over, so he will give himself time to think. No, give him another question. No. We'll revolt. We'll revolt.
You can.
revolt.
But when I heard that question, I'm just thinking of the
I think
agenda.
you'd have gotten it too.
run
'cause
next
You
week.
already got the hardest one. You
Hey,
got the
man,
hardest one.
Xhaka, Adams, don't let Xhaka do what I think he's going to do.
Nah, he's not doing anything, man.
It would be sweet
Rice
for
is
him,
locking
though.
him up, man.
No. If Xhaka knocks out Kane from this tournament, then we have to now say that Xhaka is the weapon that was fashioned against Harry Kane.
Nah, but shout out Pogba, though. That game against Switzerland,
game-
That was a
Yeah,
game.
that was
What
a
a
game.
game.
Classic
he
game.
was a man.
Okay, let me see.
Sexy football, man.
Chooks, let me see. Okay, do you know the
Chooks
last
or
Euro
Uzo?
tournament?
Is Uzo's turn?
No, it's Chooks.
Okay,
We're doing.
I'm asking
you want to
another
ask him
one.
another one?
This one might be a bit tough. And, do you know the particular Euros that Turkey last made it into the knockout rounds?
Guy.
That's too hard.
2004.
Close. Close.
He has
What was
lost
it?
now. Let's move on to the next
2008,
one.
2008,
Yeah, sorry,
2008.
He
sorry.
has lost now.
All right, so they
Okay,
both lost. Let me
okay,
win now. Give me
okay.
a
So, Kobe
Yeah,
Mainoo
rule
is the
chooks
third.
on offside.
Kobe Mainoo is the third youngest Englishman to play in a knockout round for England. Can you name the other two players?
Michael Owen and Wayne
Far.
Rooney.
Yeah, Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney are the two
Yes!
youngest
Yeah,
players.
long
Get
time.
it!
That's a tough one. That was a
Da,
tough
da,
one.
da, da, da.
Guys,
Chooks,
Chooks was unfortunate.
Chooks, the game is a game, isn't it, man?
I'm sorry, Chooks. I'm
It's
sorry, Chooks.
automated,
Ref went
automated
to-
VAR.
Chooks, I'm sorry. You'll be back next week. I'm sure you'll be back next week. You'll
Chooks,
be
if I
back
see get
next
water,
week.
let them pour your head, please.
Hey man, nah,
But Chooks, but come on,
Xhaka.
Chooks you got the first part of the question now. Switzerland,
Yeah,
Guys,
but,
right?
but, but it's you that corrupted it
You
now.
guys, you guys don't even know what you've done to me now. Imagine Xhaka, Rice, and Odegaard. He left too soon.
Yeah. Sorry.
You guys can still.
Guys,
Guys,
all right.
guys in a different dimension now.
Bro, I'm just remembering my baller. Like,
Yeah, but you got Kai Havertz for the money for
dragging
Xhaka.
Yeah,
Kante,
that's,
Kante's
and
ear.
he was good in the running. Remember, Chooks? So
Yo,
Havertz,
you
you
had-
have Havertz. Don't worry about
No
Xhaka,
man,
bro.
bro, that third goal in your stadium, I remember how distraught you were. Bullet header.
Okay. Let me ask you a simpler one. Let me ask you.
What?
a
Why you
simpler
asking
one.
me
Guys,
another
now,
one?
now,
That's
now,
the end, bro. That's
Ah,
the end. Final
ah,
whistle.
Okay, let me ask.
See,
Okay, let me.
Pius is too nice. This is why you like underdogs. Pius, it's okay.
He has lost
Okay.
Pius.
What did I,
One more.
Pius? What did I
Okay,
win? What did I
okay.
win? What did I win?
No,
Tell me what I
ask-
won first. Let me
Let
do
me-
my trophy lift before
let
you.
me ask- Okay, let me ask one general question for everybody, right? Okay. Can you guys name who can name like the three oldest players at these Euros? Three oldest players.
Pepe, Ronaldo,
Pepe,
And
and
Vertonghen.
Vertonghen.
No. Ronaldo, Pepe, and
Neuer.
no.
But Neuer should be up there.
The person is out. The person is out already. The team is out already.
Something
one
wrong.
farmer.
And
Is he a farmer?
Give us.
no, it's not a farmer. It's not a farmer.
Give us.
It's
Give
not a
us.
farmer.
Modric.
Modric. Wow, so you're on fire.
Modric is older than Neuer.
Yeah.
Get
Modric.
in!
How old is he?
Who's
Is he not 37? He's 37 too, right? Or 38?
37?
I think it's 38.
38. Who's has been on fire?
Yeah,
Uzo-
he's 38
Yeah,
now.
Uzo. He
Wait,
tried to
hold
be
on,
okay,
hold on.
man.
Neuer too is 38. March 86. Let me see how old Modric is.
Check. Fact check.
Guys,
Yes.
this
Yes.
game,
Check.
Yes.
I trust everything.
Neuer.
Yeah,
I
but it's
trust
not the
Pius,
third.
man. I
But
trust
no, but
Pius.
the three oldest are Pepe,
They get
Ronaldo, and
checked.
Modric. Full stop.
Check. What's the
Oh, okay.
Even
No, Modric is older.
See him, see his teeth.
But they're both 38
I trust Pius,
right
man.
now.
All right,
I
guys.
trust Pius with my life.
Uzo,
Pius
congrats.
ministry is a pure ministry. I remember when Adam used to flog me in these trivia things. The guy hasn't won one since.
No, we have to do one
All right,
for another
guys.
time.
All right,
man.
guys.
Peace out.
This is where we sign off. Take care.
Like, comment, subscribe, all of that.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.